in this case, the event itself is a fait accompli.
That's point number one. Point number two, I think bigger, is looking at the geopolitical scene is, from the input that I get, it seems a lot of people think that this new world order is a fait accompli almost.
I've been operating on that assumption for years. Look, what is it going to take? Seriously, people, what is it going to take for you to understand that the United States of America, it just doesn't exist anymore? The Constitution is toilet paper.
Thousand points of light, new world order. It was announced. It's taken them all of these years to accomplish what they wanted. They are now in the final stages of the formation of what they want to do.
This is 𝖥𝖺 7. That's a tactical strike. Tried to fill their head that I'm an agent and this and that. Dude, I'm real. I let them know who I am. I'm real. I work 40 plus hours a week. I got to raise a family. They seen I was real. Real recognized real. And we started doing work together. But I'm warning you.
This has been 𝖥𝖺 7 with some underground world news. This is 𝖥𝖺.
Tell me what you're thinking.
What am I thinking? Oh, man, I just hate it, man. I hate it. I just hate it. So many people are so narrow-minded about things, man. And we, as Americans, man, we love to dog each other and make money off of people's bad fortunes. And it sucks.
He's escaped from a North Korean concentration camp. Very, very few ever get out to tell us what it's like.
Did you know what he did? You know what he did? Know what he did? I said, no. I said, did you know what he did? I said, no. I didn't know what the hell he did.
Maybe it's hard for others to comprehend. The outside world was inconceivable to me. I had never seen the world on the other side of the fence. But I thought that world would be exactly like the labor camp.
What were you looking for when you attacked my guards? You were the only man outside the palace.
Suddenly, I like to leave your island.
It is not
bullshit.
Luciferian. But I would suggest to you that you look up what they're going to do to you. Luciferian.
White people are coming from outer space.
Luciferian. How do you like that? You think that might create a climate of fear? Luciferian. Everything, every single thing, every single thing this government is doing, and every single thing that the banks are doing, the Illuminati bankers are doing, is showing you where they're going to take you, and where they're going to take you is into one Billy hell, awful, ungodly, Luciferian scumbag. Demonic nightmare.
Type on keyboard, blind sign in. Everybody say hi. I'm the holy hip hop 𝖥𝖺. The motherfuckers kicked in the door. I got excited when I realized who it was. I got silent. Freeman told the country it's all over. Danny Glover said the same thing but slower. Now they say he's worse than Carter. Him and his big head daughters, they don't care about collapsing the dollar. The population of the planet cries out for more. They are ignored and repeatedly provoke the war. Martial law, what you think they was hoping for? All you gotta do is walk through that open door. Modern man is but a primitive hologram. Transhumans, revolutions with pots and pans. The God gene is the dominant strand. The politics don't matter, the left, right, or the communist plan.
You control our world. You poison the air we breathe. You contaminated the water we drink. We copyrighted the food we eat. We fight in your wars. Die for your cause. Sacrifice our freedom to protect you. You liquidated our savings, destroyed our middle class, and used our tax dollars to bail out corporations. We are slaves. Zombies. You own our property. Shipped away our jobs. You profited off of disaster. You stabilized our currency and raised our cost of living. Servants to your decadence, your end greed. You monopolized our freedom. You stripped away our education. You have almost extinguished our plane. We are hit, and we are bleeding, but we ain't got time to bleed. We will bring the giants to their knees, and you will witness revolution.
If you don't want beef, then pipe down an inflammatory speech. Throw you in the gulag for weeks. Which pussy riot whore got a passport to go to Hong Kong? Nah, nigga, you ain't going on tour. The hood died young with guns and tied tongues. Daughters and sons smoke drugs to fry lungs. When liars tell the truth, nobody believes them. Then along comes somebody they can trust that deceives them. 1 ounce of silver, 1 ounce of copper. That's all I got, that ain't enough to stop them. The problem that we face is race. Even if you ain't black, you can't escape this draconian fate. Partnership, trans-Pacific, free speech no longer permitted. Guilty as charged, you will not be acquitted. Listen, you taking a piss, you better not be. You on the blacklist, everybody about to strip. Yeah, you know what they say, it is what it is till it ain't. So what, you go hard in the paint. Whatever, hurry up and wait till it's too late to change the stakes. The nooses and baits, the truth is you abused by the state. Get small, stay home or pray. Raytheon drone strafe, no home is safe. Don't watch the throne, watch that Nordic's face. I did a raw dog race across unthawed straits for the agent provocateur and all lace. Muscle therapy, Kate, Julian and a sauna feeding me great. She poured cold champagne in a warm spring lake. Brought it to my seed vault for the cost of freight. Svalbard, Agenville de Boulevard. Wait, I got 1 kernel of corn on my plate. Stop dreaming, get back to base. Well, okay, but why's the flight time shorter than the pat-downs take? It's because freedom is fake in a police state. USA Constitution got shredded in 08. Able-bodied adults can't get out of the code. They say it's the Luciferian's fault. And now Holocaust healthcare is not much better than welfare. Assassins dressed like the mailman. Violence doesn't discriminate, it just has to intimidate. Now you got a Zimmerman in your face. I see the people of the world protest in vain, while the Antichrist reigns through the sons of Cain. Righteous people of the world protest in vain, while the Antichrist reigns and reigns.
Two high Masonics talking to each other, the Luciferians, and we discussed it. And part of that Third World War, basically, as I read last night, again, I'm not going to read the entire thing from Pike again, but here's what he basically said. He said that we shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm. A formidable social cataclysm. Ladies and gentlemen, if they expect an EMP, you better take some walkie-talkies, a shortwave radio, and, maybe a laptop computer and some different things. You need to get yourself a galvanized garbage can. You'll just have to research it. Look up Faraday cage. F-A-R-A-D-A-Y, Faraday cage. And you put that in a galvanized garbage can with the lid, And I'm going to tell you something. You also can do some things with ammo tins and what have you. But if you're going to put something away, I would do so and get it done now. And I'm going to tell you what. If you listen to me, you've had a heads up on it all. Chinese don't want any dollars. They don't want any pound sterling notes. They don't want any paper money. They want gold. They want silver. They want copper. They want molybdenum. They want gold. They want silver. They want copper. They want molybdenum. They want gold. They want silver. They want copper. They want molybdenum. They want gold. They want silver. They want copper. They do not want anything else.
Financial finance. They cherry pick off the street. They own everything that we eat. They control everything that we see. It trickles down to the beach from the temple on high with the priests, where they sacrifice blood to the beast with javelin teeth. Mother Mary Magdalene said a prayer with a tweet. It's only weeks away. It's called modern day D-Day. I don't know shit, that's what the chiefs say. The devil told me Jesus died for nothing. The evidence he showed me was all the corruption. Corruption everywhere, let's be clear. The end is near, the devil desires to tempt your ear. The book of life has no names, just shackles and chains. Day traders reading Elliot waves. Dark entities, deep enclaves. House of sheep and slaves. The maze of malnutrition and malaise. Harp, 1 trillion watt warp. Split Walmart in half like the Red Sea to see what you bought. Oregano oil, 1 quart for immune support. Banky moon, blood moon sauce. Doom and default. Go for it. 1 decimal point away from rolling a joint. I bought an IPO Canibus coin. Yeah, the die is cast. Currencies dive and crash. 1 world government at last. An octopus with infinite arms says there is no God. The little G will be a big G later on. A delicate balance. The challenge is dividing his talents while maintaining a colorful palette. We struggle to overstand the true history of man, but the pursuit of such knowledge is banned. Google Glass hardwired to the human glance. Used to take 2 to dance, now it's just artificial intelligence. Glass Steagall shattered from the wall to the ground. The nobility announced they are forced to bow. They won't get you reintroduced to Bradbury Pound, cause the red Chinese probably snatched every ounce. They want gold.
That is a commodity that will do something for them and help them in manufacturing or to get ready to go to war or feed their people. They want gold. They want silver. They want copper. They want molybdenum. They want gold. They want silver. They want copper. They want molybdenum. They want gold. They want silver. They want copper. They want molybdenum. They want gold. They want silver. They want copper. They do not want anything else. Interest rates are going to go up. Home sales are likely to go down. They already are. Your stocks are going to go down. They're going to crash. The money in your bank account is constantly being devalued, causing the cost of living to rise. Yes, it has. You print an unlimited amount of money. Quantitative easing did not reduce unemployment. The rest of the world is going to continue to lose faith in our financial regime. They already have. That's why the red Chinese want gold. They do not want dollars, they want gold.
Could it be, perhaps, that the powers, our spirituality, our spiritual power overcame or was greater than theirs given the situation because of the increase of knowledge? And by the way, they believe.
Don't hang up. It's Lucy phone. Press 1 to be connected to your...
Unmuted. Okay, you call me. We're back up. Sorry guys for that. Audio disturbance. You got to go to the studio computer, call the studio computer, not the old call. Thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Seems to be a Skype issue. All things are green here. Except there we go. So you're back on air. And sorry,
I'm hearing weird sounds coming from here. My headset. Are you okay with respect to that?
We're on right now, and I'm getting word from Cuban that all shows are getting messed up. It's not just us. The other shows happened at the same time we got kicked off. So,
all right. Okay.
The chat room says they can hear us. So.
Good. Okay. Well, it's interesting. This did happen with the conference. I mean, with stepping in and praying over it, praying over the equipment, and it's interesting to understand how the occult, the satanic element, has attempts to take power, dominion over the airwaves and over various computers and equipment.
Yeah, let me explain that.
I got human growth hormone bones, you better leave me alone. Badass man pads the drones, I follow slow, they footprints in the snow. They pigeon-toed, they cooking with peanut oil, they gotta be close. I track geese, take flight, move east. Team real tree fleece, they match the rims on the pickup cheap. I'm that PDO Ryan Dragon Judah standing next to the line with angels beside him and God behind him. The son of perdition wants to kidnap all of our women and make slaves out of all of our children. Shinola hits the fan, the pine saw soils your pants. You was warm, but you still in the trance. Them brand new Lamborghini vans parked outside the FEMA camps. Can't nobody change their plans. You sat in that chair and you crossed your legs. The next time you do that, you be wearing the pens. They took your picture up close with a telescopic lens. They wrote a report, said you got terrorist friends. They all lies, some more goddamn lies. She got bedroom eyes, caramelized apples, a beef patty dies. It ain't the brown man's fault, the second civil war jumped off. Who's his boss? Implicate your source. They got battle cruisers bigger than Cuba, with internet's 2 computers. The front man is just one of their stooges. They control the information, they abuse it. No one can disprove it. Resistance means you already recruited. Stupid, identified threat within and external. EMP blast stop the war wagons when they circle. The keys to the nuclear closet was in his upper jacket pocket. Locked him up with a Nubian prophet. The NDAA was the process, but they've been doing this to brown people since Posse Comitatus. Poverty, migration, depopulation, violations, genocide of a nation. Through the God they put faith in, the spiritual energy force is wasted. Rebirth is eliminated. We are rehypothecated. World domination predicated by human lab rats and dead cats that got ate by economic Mad Max. Platinum before I knew what platinum was. Got plaques, tried to exchange it for cash and got laughed at. Not funny, still don't nothing move but the money. If the dollar is devalued, you just another dummy. Derivative bubbles, quasi-illegitimate puzzles. They chuckle in they bungalow till they crumble. If you were me, I would be humble. Seek out those who love you. Seek the Lord, for you know He loves you. Avoid digital voodoo and those black swan gurus. Yeah, it's the end of the world and business as usual. Americans ain't stupid, they just distracted. The good life is good for as long as it lasted. Primary audio circuit, fiat accompli emergency service. Pay me up front for the verses. Any currency is good as long as it can be converted. As long as I can use it for my food item purchase or any emergency purchase. Religious workers travel by permit. Megabus merchants, public transportation merchants. Good, bad, and ugly, all wanna grab your money. Brass Monkey, Uncle Sam be grumpy. He makes sounds like Star Wars Chewie, but this ain't the movies. Trust me, this ain't the movies. Shell cases make beats when they touch the concrete. You might hang from a tree if you don't got a strong fleet. Of course we gon' remember you. Look what you did. You threw America in a trash can with no lid. Forgive and forget. Whoa, not so fast just yet. Rodney Dangerfield just wanted respect from the powers.
Insight, because that's what you do. But you know, from my opinion, this Canibus speaking, I feel like the numbers are rigged. I feel like the numbers been rigged for quite some time. Like after everything went digital, I feel like it's all rigged. So, you know, the way I look at it, you know, and maybe it'll come out one day. You know, these numbers are rigged. You know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But But ultimately, like I said, once again, when you look at the lineup, you know, G-Rap, you know what I mean, Tragedy, you know, Buster, you know, Cap, Tito, Misha. I mean, when you add up, and you know, I know Dino in that you had Bronx, so, but I'm talking about.
It ain't no excuse, it's the truth. We never had a chance cause the enemy's not human. Bite off more than you could chew then. Choke good and bad opportunities, I ruined them both. What you be about, Lord? Ayo, I be about Tiamat's law. Before the great war was destroyed, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, amnesia pre-planted. Native tribes slaughtered by cannons. Didn't wanna listen when I told you. Now you eat soybean tofu. Look what you go through. The faggot wants to be accepted. The Antichrist is erected. The whole world changes perspective. Gaddafi had a golden gun. China got 250 quadrillion golden tons. American confidence is waning. Patriots complaining. Drones in the sky filming terrorist training. The white man's mad cause the white man is selling out the white man. Now you know shit is bad. The Asian man got computers that don't subtract, they just add up. While the Arab man is still pull a dagger. Them rednecks from Santa Ana reach for their hammer. Blam, 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 look straight into the camera. Jenny Lake, Wyoming, camping. The stars are dancing. Starlight skies, dreadnoughts, commander. Homo Cobra Capensis, long pincers like a mantis. Early Appalachia, Atlantis. Baalbek, broad shoulders, throw boulders to the four corners. When I'm around, they start talking. Knuckle dragon monkey think you know something, you don't know nothing. The Iron Man suit was on Tussin. The nation sinks into a cesspool of sinflation. Automated Jamaican simulations, I'm stimulated. Eviscerated, well shaven, when he's dead, cremate him. Make sure you say his rhymes verbatim. I'ma put you in rehab, punch you in your fucking beanbag, and go have myself a nice steam bath. You don't want the wrath, the black Charlie McGrath. I sprinkle glass on the grass before they raided my pad. Pull up the customer case while I fuck your face. Negotiate, how much does your 1099 make? Yeah, I like jogging in place. Martin Luther speech every day, cause I had to have a dream anyway. Camelback break, ice cold water on a dry lake. Not bad for a primitive primate, huh? Dark project research manager Canibus. In the 90s, I created a neuro sampler. Nanonuclear waves, non-particle. You the NCO in charge of this group? Let me talk to you. Rap this, rap that, come on Canibus, just rap. The whole world happy Canibus back. 1,000 bars plus tax, I know you love that, you little muskrats. Doing jumping jacks on the track. Be quiet, something is watching us, influencing our consciousness, falsely encouraging us, stopping us. They can't live without you, bus. They say we need more time. I quietly replied, time is up. I rhymed enough, uncoiled beat fields, T1, 2, and 3. The beast from the east would not yield. The time lord, samurai sword, pantomime record. Minds like mine's, not minds like yours. If language is a virus, Jermaine is timeless. Simply put, Jermaine is a syllable scientist. In comparison, I pale to creatures with scales, claws, and tails. Laser weapons hanging off of their belts. With the wings and the eyes of an eagle. No matter the distance they see you. Put your hands where they can see you. Read your thoughts like an NSA paralegal. Power to the people. I wish I had the power to defeat you. The Hebrew has no equal. Technology, he has the keys to with breakaway speeds to leave you. The psychic, hypersensitive see-through. Says the veil's too thick for human beings to see through. They don't need to let you know that they don't need you. All you need to know is that they came from the Biru. Nimrod wants his gold and he's coming to get it. And that's why he's worshipped by the ones that collect it. I can motion vector long enough to hold that sector. I'm the protector, hip-hop's alpha successor. Kick your ass all over the battlefield. It was my pleasure. We can do it again. Never.
You know, at one point or another. You know, so yeah, I just leave it at that. But we had bigger plans after that. But it's like that team didn't seem like they wanted it to. They thought maybe that they were gonna take it from there and beat. You know, I don't know. Like, you know, Aftermath and sell 20 million records. I don't know what they was thinking. You know. Anybody that went on YouTube and was running their mouth, I don't know what they was thinking. You know? Because I didn't see nothing happen from it. What they did, I didn't see nothing happen from it. I mean, man, I can tell you we had phone calls from big dogs telling us what they was going to do, this, that, and the third, and they didn't do nothing. Nobody did nothing. So...
No, I'll leave it at that.
The response to what happened went beyond, and you're right, I feel this as well, it went beyond the incident, it went to you. That's where it went.
You are constantly trying to get people to understand the relevance of our space program. There would be nothing like focusing the mind than survival with one of these things heading toward us. What about these and other threats to protect life on Earth and protecting our astronauts with all of the collisions that we find going on out there with space debris? How are we going to get the human space exploration to be conveyed to the American public? Just what is at stake here?
I think that goes back to Bruce Willis and Armageddon. And I'm all for Bruce Willis testifying, don't get me wrong. But after that movie came out, I was part of a project called Armageddon Fact and Fiction. And what that movie did was basically convince the American public that if anything bad happened, people would get in the shuttle and go fix it. It was myth. It was not reality.
Mr. Del Bella?
It would be a very, very bad day for satellites, yes. The radiation environment.
Explain that so our audience will understand.
Actually, when we went back when there was upper altitude testing previously, we did have evidence that the way it energizes the orbits also interferes with the electronics of the satellite, and if it's depending on where it is in altitude and which portion of the orbit you're in. And obviously, satellites in geostationary orbit, which are 23,000 miles away, are a little bit safer. Satellites in lower Earth orbit would be saturated soon and would probably die because the electronics would be saturated by the energy released from the nuclear explosion. So a high altitude explosion could have a very catastrophic effect on many of the satellites we rely on for weather, early warning, GPS, and a bunch of other very critical functions.
And you're going to be part of a problem, and you're going to get run off the hill, brother. You're going to blow your money, then you're going to go home and eat your mother's stuff so she starves. Or you young cats out there that think you're so cool, brothers, listen to me. If that's what you're doing, blowing your money, and you're not helping your parents and your family prepare for food for this 5 months, you're a punk, you're a punk, you're a punk. Better listen. Now you got an option. You can take the mark of the beast if you're not prepared, right? Read this. You won't even be in that 1,000-year millennium. Your soul is already committed to Satan. What are you thinking? You think that nothing's going to happen? And the first one coming is Christ, when he said the first one coming is Antichrist. This day that's coming back, gathering back, will not happen. Do you see the son of perdition?
Step into the grand skiff room. Please carefully describe what you see besides a crescent-lit moon. The frescoes of Pompeii depict modern day. Polyentendres peak like Dante. Speaking of Minister Mugabe's calendar in Zimbabwe, the earth's first ancient underground enclave where the priesthood pontiffs burn white smoke to keep conscious. Convene in the square with the black mambas and the Tibetan mandalas. The plaque of Palanca. Who was your sponsor? Ganja, Mahatma Gandhi in concert. Before the whole world was conquered by the Antichrist, I watched it. These problematic, mystic, nascent, narcissistic dimwits still obsessed with the way that I spit shit. You sitting on the highway stuck. I get around traffic in a high rail truck with a flywheel clutch. The rap music watchdog, hip-hop robot Borg. I got JP beats on the boards. We rap music watchdogs, hip-hop robot Borgs. JP headphones got cobalt cords. Special agent Alexander has bad manners. He gerrymanders cancer communities speaking bad Spanish. And since it's now legal. The task force going wild weasel. They confiscate drugs from the people. Evolved from clips of chrome, the Bone Age conehead clones with nano-ohms operated headphones. Back in the day, I used to order chicken parmesan at the Marjan and have a sunset seance. She put a nice negligee on, a soft mink bedspread we could both lay on and just talk. She flirting, combing through her hair with her own fingers. I wouldn't expect her to know those lyrics. She can't wait to get the album. It downloaded 500,000. She says I'm the king of Crap Mountain. For me to sell out, that means somebody gotta buy in. Nobody bit the bait, bitch, try again. Confirm life is real, the wound too deep to heal. A man like that does not want to feel. They say I'm too old to rap. 6-minute mile laps. I'll stop when I'm too old to do that. I work for 3 shifts at 8, then I'm out the gate. I post haste forthwith before I walk away. I've been the world's leading rap manufacturer for quite some while. Don't even trip when they bite my style. I want the whole world to upgrade. Humankind struggle to this day. Many survive the double-digit age, but the mortality rate everywhere is not the same. Promote life after life like Saint Germain. Rhymes, reasons, signs, times and seasons. The latest in line with unprecedented achievements. We all know what these was. Bees were the bees get buzzed. My super bug is immune to the drums. Watch him howl at the moon. The son of a bitch half baboon. He got a wrap-around serpent tattoo. He sent floods and radiation to poison our blood. He deceived the whole world to destroy our love. He has no color, he doesn't see the other as his brother, even though he knows we need each other. He's an animal that walks upright with a fucked up love light. He can't even get a hug for the night. If you see me with my teeth fixed, that means I'm rich. If your teeth is fucked up, it's cause you suck my dick. Talk to the comms chief, he asked what's the status. We gotta survey the fire-lit cabins on Saturn. When we landed in the damaged flight cabin, I got out, saw a hexagonal pattern, walked over and grabbed it. The co-pilot was dead, holding a picture of his kids. It would be insensitive to say he wasn't meant to live. I walked 40 clicks from the edge of the A-ring, crossed over the Yankee division, molybdenum bridge. The creature I saw a cross between a pig with the face of a squid and fine hairs like an arachnid. It said, if you gon' stand there and stare, you might as well walk over here and yank my beard if you ain't scared. I seen enough, I gotta get back to where I live, from that place of abundance called the Dyson Sphere. I moved to the US when I was 2 years old. I paid taxes here so long, this is where I call home. The spectrometrics edit is exceptionally impressive. Syndromatic tornado Tourette's, but what's that? Show mercy upon my soul through proper governance and goodwill. I am your obedient servant still. We all consumed by war, slave class martial law, blood red like the plateau on Mars. I will live, love, learn, and try not to burn. For one day soon the golden one shall return. If we discern, work hard to earn, get what we deserve. The golden one's return, it's our turn. Freedom of press means you getting too nosy, get sentenced to death. Cause those were some senseless steps. Let the rooster take care of his biz. Let the hens lay eggs. Let the hard working people make bread. Cause we don't want much, we just want what we want. You act like we had a choice, like you didn't set us up. If you can't stand the sound of your family's moans, then you need to get over there and bandage those bones. Squeaky wheels get oil, silent frogs sit there and boil. All refrigerated items might spoil. Any knowledge is not good knowledge unless you gain enough knowledge to emerge from the darkness where it all started. Till a light spark it manifested itself and departed, never to return, but yet still a part of it. Do you comprehend that? Say that last part again. I was busy watching football again. The power cut off again, on again, off again. It's the end of the world, but let's all pretend it was just an awful dream. Can't even express what I mean, cause I don't even know what I seen.
Recently, heard by a lot of ham radio operators and good old signal men all over the world, military, etc., is that the Andrews Air Force Base, the National Communications Military Comm Center, in the background, the rap music was playing on a radio or CD so loud that it was interfering with the people trying to talk to the National Military Comm Center. You know, whoever's in charge of that, you've already sent these people back. We've helped you send them back to Radio School 101. Why don't you just fire all of them, put them before the mass, shoot them, put them out of their misery?
River water floods every county with blood red algae. We are the people have a bounty. Every man, woman, and child, 9 elites must bow. This is the future is now. Freedom, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. The home of the brave with a ravenous dark side. Chickasaw war tribes, black apartheid. Hard on the eyes, heavy on the hearts and minds. We can't use the Constitution to defend our laws. Paddlefoot, first alderman, Savannah, Georgia. Executive Order 13037. They call us human capital credit. Executive Order 12803. Everything in America's for sale, my G. Fictitious obligation. How you gonna qualify that statement when you still live in grandma's basement? Alone with your thoughts, don't wanna take your headphones off. They strip you to your drawers in the airport. Zombies in the dead zone, pretty ass bitch, she red bone. I sat next to her, no leg room. The Treaty of 1213 means I work for the Queen. I work to recover my title deeds. Do not follow what idle speech. Poetry's deep, as silent as a spider's feet. I.e. be quiet, you creep. Stealth submarine, silent fleet. A man smiles, he admires the beast. A lamb is just something to eat, especially when spicy season is added to that tenderized meat. We are the people, but the people don't count, dude. Baron Frost is the mayor of Baltimore City Council. The USA was not founded on Christian values. The Treaty of Tripoli spells it out for you. Pennsylvania Supreme Court, the most powerful of all. 10 paces draw in front of Town Hall. The estate was divided into districts to define its existence. This is a realistic statistic. They set us up to perform poorly. It's the usual story. If you love me, make a movie for me. The human population is so easily occupied. Human life is just a commodity modified. The highly comprehensive cannabis collection. Old school classic like the early century westerns. Papyrus, paper, record deals. Stagecoach, wagon wheels. Been transporting my written cylinder sales. Medieval artifact retrieval. Yes, we are the people, but we're just poor people. Evolution produces revolution, not the other way around. These stupid ass rappers as dumb as they sound. I want freedom. I already know I'm a dead man speaking who dies before the RV every weekend. Multi-digit palindrome prime lexicon online. Linear lines up right on time. No more lies. Crypto contrived. Quantum worlds collide the moment the groom returns for his bride. I accept the slander and praise, cause one of these days it's gonna happen one of two ways. You wake, none of it's real. You laugh, or the inertial mass of inert gas splits the world in half. All that is reincarnated to live. We only think we're alive, but we're really dead. The yellow dragon from hell, hatched out of a black eggshell with a red tail and deep blue nails. The predator pulls energy from a pool of 0.2 megajoules at 0.0 point residue. Ingest the yes pill. This is my last testament. A will protected by a polar satellite shield. For real, I travel in the flesh. The goal is to travel without the house. The Lord is a traveling house. In a G2 cloud with helium-3 hues unshrouded among spirits that the pyramid houses. Super waves sheer off the sides of every mountain. Spacecrafts land, the guard steps down out of it. A little G-guard, no doubt about it. People crowd around him. Knowledge, looking gallant and valiant. Wisdom, knowledge is nothing without it. Understanding every attribute itemized and counted. The wind blows up from the ground makes earthquake sounds. Miles of city blocks shook down. The bloodthirsty drag shout, launch the attack. They say stand like a man or crawl on your back. Go ahead, take a stand. I know you don't understand. See, we always have a choice, but we never had a chance. The murder weapon was thrown in the Pacific in the high seas. That means it will never be retrieved. When individuals decide to climb into a hive mind, they shouldn't be surprised what they find. Your mind is no longer your own. A 1 billion man army of clones to follow orders like drones. Hopeless silence, whispering quotes of violence. The sky is black, the smoke is violent. There is evil at the doorstep of every man, declaring you have a choice, but you don't have a chance. The savage salivates at the scent of a man and says you always had a choice, but you never had a chance. What you got to say about that, Lieutenant Dan? Bubba died right there in Forrest Gump's hands.
And you have to realize that we're going to be destroyed from the inside out. America is going to burn whether we want to admit it or not.
You say America is going to burn?
Going to burn. You can't have a new world order without the first order being totally destroyed. And out of the ashes will come the new world order.
So let me ask you this. Will they fire on U.S. citizens
How close are we to martial law in the United States of America, in your opinion?
Closer than I would like to admit.
Attention, attention!
We're striking midnight.
Soldiers are present in this area.
That's how close it is.
Attention, attention! Repeat, soldiers are present in this area. Disperse now and avoid possible.
I have another day to spend with my family and my grandchildren. I thank God for one more day of freedom.
Soldiers are present in this area. Disperse now and avoid possible injury. Disperse now. Disperse peacefully.
What if they mobilize a merc team to your location right now? What you gonna do? How? Didn't wanna listen when I told you. Now you eating soybeans, whole food. I'm trying to be social. Cold weather index drop. Put it in park, stop. They got a checkpoint every block. Korean car seat headrest. Stuffed animals. 3,000-mile traffic, that's understandable. Put you in a Shanghai sling, cause you be carrying things. Lock you away with PRK Chem. Human nature, animal behavior. They believe in a savior. We were all duct taped by the taper. Can't wake up and smell roses to heal yourself. You looking for an opportunity to kill yourself. While the undead grabs your leg, kick him in the fucking head, kick his fucking ass again. The handicapped hunter covered more ground than all of the others. We gotta give it to him, that was really something. Out taking a walk, Nahanni National Park. 14 when I caught my first ghost shark hawk. Now it's time for improvement. 58 Wade Mount shooters. We sit on a hill and count cougars. We told them about the future, none of them cared. Till they went to confiscate his balls, he wasn't there. Peripheral neuropathy, my nerve endings really work properly. I can't feel nothing, try stopping me. They do what they do cause they can. They dominate man, every human hominid was scanned. I beg your pardon, I don't know what you talking. Right now from where I'm standing, escape ain't no option. Late August dry spell, smoke jumpers jumping out of planes trying to battle fires from hell. They have the right to blindfold your eyes. Under paragraph 5, they need you to initial and sign transparent policies regarding technology. Software secure, then again it might not be. The microphone is a philosopher's stone with negative and positive poems. Can I bust? You probably know 'em. I make the music, I create it. I don't have to explain it, I don't care if you hate it. It develops slow, it's like we standing here watching the grass grow. Then someday out of nowhere, go, 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 go. What you gonna do now, yo? Where M-Raps run over the town folk. I'm not the only one that sees it, I'm just bold enough to believe it. Predictive policing, they watch you while you speaking and tweeting for so many reasons. Seeing is believing ever since the agreement between the humans and the reptilian species. Before the Garden of Eden, aboard Prometheus, the devil is devious cause he's the greediest. Land lizards below, winged ones above. The crude we depend on is dinosaur blood. This prison is perfect, a vacuum inside these gates. Together we created something that escaped. You sold us all out to this alien intrusion, and you got the fucking nerve to call yourself human. Tell them why you mad, I ain't mad no more. You don't wanna listen to knowledge, then that's on your. You put material items before God. You put the evil leadership in charge. You were deceived by their villainous charm, and you destroyed the Constitution's rule of law. 100,000 price per share in a uranium mine. Poor lady looks at her baby and cries. Billions of people, slaves to consumption, destruction. You know that God is disgusted.
They were telling her 20 years ago what the plan was for America.
That they were to come over here for martial law.
And so when you look from that perspective, they don't have the whole picture. A long time ago, we were talking about the process of putting a puzzle together, not having all the pieces. And as we see the pieces, we try to make a match, and sometimes they don't match and they don't make sense. And when you find the missing piece, all of a sudden you get to really understand what the picture's about.
The dirty little secret. Some might be surprised to learn that the fate of America's economy is a dirty little secret.
Today, tomorrow, 6 months, next year, they have always held the keys to your fears. Fast forward decades later, blood, sweat, and tears are shed to the Creator, but it was all made up. Generation after generation, tell me what changes. History keeps repeating itself for ages. He was driving the Tesla Model S, playing loud music. He drove into an EMP storm and got electrocuted. Trust fund lawyers were recruited, lawsuits were instituted. The electric car killed him. Prove it. Quantum evolution, quantum conducive, quantum revolution, rap music, quantum electrocution transformed him into a mutant. Infrared eyesight, lucid lucid. Sharpen the picture, fine tune it or lose it. God's gift, optic, Oculus Rift. Look around your environment, but keep your composure. Now, what do you think? I think it's all gone to shit. These problems can't be fixed. I think the only solution is reset. They say comply or die. Regroup on your side or mine and stop making excuses about why. Keep an eye on the micro, but notice the macro. The bottom line is our slave masters are assholes. Today, tomorrow, 6 months, next year, they have always held the keys to your fears. Fast forward decades later, blood, sweat, and tears are shed to the creator, but it was all made up. It ain't today, tomorrow, 6 months, or next year. They enjoy playing off for all our fears. Fast forward decades later, blood, sweat, and tears are shed to the creator. We don't worship, no pay. Preach. The higher the peak, the lower we are forced to dig deep. The best outcome is always out of reach. Do you agree to disagree about hope? Of course you don't believe everything they see. You never see through the smoke. You say you know the ledge, that's just a theoretical edge. To make the world a better place, you need more than a pledge. Trust no one, even yourself. And this includes the person giving, receiving, or needing some help. But you sold them your soul, and they stretched out your donut hole. You only know what you were told, not what you behold. The collapse is simultaneously triggered. Now you know what it feels like to be a statistic. Poor sons of bitches ain't allowed to make decisions. We middle class midgets living off of third world figures. They say the economy's grown, but if you look, there's more vacant homes than homeless people living on the road. Today, tomorrow, 6 months, next year, they have always held the keys to your fears. Fast forward decades later, blood, sweat, and tears are shed to the creator, but it was all made up. It ain't today, tomorrow, 6 months, or next year. They enjoy playing off for all our fears. Fast forward decades later, blood, sweat, and tears are shed to the creator. We don't worship no paper. You stop getting chances when you stop taking them. So just follow your orders, never question who's making them.
Let us hold hands, let us pray with him.
Excuse me, what's your name again?
Okay, we'll have another round of Jameson. Drink up, rejoice. Let's pretend we always have a choice, cause we sure as hell never had a voice.
The day of reckoning, your last will and testament. Text message and emergency services still testing pings. Black swan psychologists could have been worse, they could have been communists. Objection sustained, McCarthyism counselor, a complete monopoly. This is proper hip-hop verbosity. Show you how it be and how it look to me. They build, destroy, recycle, that's how they get it done. Vocal percussions, no interruptions, perfection. Soundproof coffins, the haunted eavesdrop too often. It's always me and the Lord when I'm talking. Taking long walks on winter beaches, falling with splinters and blisters in the sound of whispering torment. The guillotines are sharpening, the background music is ominous. Laying there naked, dying from insomnia, hungry cause they starving us. Gun sentries, hall monitors, droning and daunting. My dear long-armed darlings, we are death marching, rituals sinister. Barefoot prisoners, dig a hole so POWs can shit in it. Prisoners during peacetime, peaceful and primitive. We never could understand what the fuck is a derivative. Admit it, we were all deceived with such relative ease, only because we dared to dream. They stole control with a single act of multiple hacks. They were literal, visceral, non-physical attacks citywide, but then the chaos metastasized to the countryside. We cried, our Bill of Rights were nullified. So miserable, so sad, I don't ever think I felt this bad. Feelings are emotions, emotions are scams. Wealth intimidates poor people more than violence, so they hide it. I've been on both sides of the fence. The common man changed to behave as a slave, reading Elliot Waves in the days on a Forex page. When Braveheart was brought to King's Court, he was shackled in chains. I heard him say that was an unwinnable game.
Simply put, the plan is to create this rush to the dirty little secret, like passengers from a sinking ship to lifeboats. Once the lifeboats are filled to capacity, they will be sunk. The takeover of America has already happened. The collaborators have already been installed. And we are now on a path to complete subjugation of a larger global system of governance. If you continue to doubt this, how else would you explain the governmental acquiescence of self-destruction? And who will attempt to discredit the validity of the information offered here? The more intellectually astute will look beyond the statistics offered for mass consumption. Not only to identify the deliberately manipulated data, but to understand what is actually driving these false hopes, figures, and data. It is a magic show, and many are still captivated by the magician's many diversions. It is a magic show, and many are still captivated by the dirty little secret.
Why the sudden war on the Second Amendment? Why fear that the armed revolt and the 100 million Americans prepping? What are they for? Why are 100 million Americans wrong? What do they know deep inside their heart that others don't? Said the word is out about us, so the time is near. They will ask us for help to aid the responders. That will get only death. That is according to the Marine commander himself, particularly from the Marine Corps, because those guys are the hardest trained. Those guys are the ones that have no qualms about firing upon people, particularly if they're hardened correctly. Anybody remember what MacArthur said that a Marine could do? Anything! They've got plans for everything. Series of executive orders. Doesn't matter whether an executive order is constitutional or not, becomes law simply by being published in the Federal Register. These orders go around through Congress and yet are virtually tamper-proof. The very around the corner
Don't hang up.
Told you not to worry about. Remember that? The Ohio, he appeared there at a wonderful institution of knowledge and proclaimed there was a conspiracy theorist around every corner and not to listen to those voices.
President Hillary Clinton called the scientists. Open up Area 51 that can cause America to be destroyed. If President Clinton attempts to do this, shadow will be in trouble. Because they too will be forced to have to come on out. The scientists all over the earth will know, especially through the clarity of our voice and what they see, that God is present and that we whom they have destroyed would not have this knowledge if it did not come from the satanic mind.
Oblivious Christians, Muslims, most of them. Puppet master controls both of them. All spoken language is created by Satan. Planet Earth is a captured operation. Lies cannot exist without speech. Humankind can't trust what they see. Tell me, what are your beliefs? Are they a multiple or singular God? Do you follow 10 commandments or 10,000 laws? Life on Mars, what are the odds? Do I remember being there? No, but what if I was brainwashed? The tier 1 scientists, that's their main job. To teach you where you are, not where you came from. The telescope is offline. Why? The culture divides due to the confusion most of the time. History's always been sorted, important facts not reported. Real hip-hop is not recorded. Dark forces, shadow sorcerers, de facto black marketers. Families feuding in their corporate offices. The running man strangles Mr. Dawson outside Guy Fawkes' apartment. Right after the Boston bombing, I'm in the pawn shop, make me an offer. Take 2 more derivatives and call me in the morning, doctor. E. coli, malaria, water. Earthquake victims still starving. Babies born with barcodes on their organs. Holocaust healthcare is never any better than welfare. A lot of people think it ain't fair. They should drop food from drones instead of dropping bombs. Jimmy crack corn from modified hormones. Soybean tofu, raw produce. Faggot ass doctor wanna grab your prostate and he don't even know you. I got nerves of steel protected from electrical surge. My curse words become medical terms. He said Allahu Akbar and blew up the plane. They said God bless his radioactive remains. Tactical protocol was changed from that moment on. The whole world's a war, but not for long. They say from disaster comes peace. God bless the deceased. They had to pick up the rest of his teeth. First and last name, RFID in your brain. Shackled to some chains on the train. Close quarters, close margins, no wiggle room on the target. Stay close like titties and armpits. Bioceramic bone fragments, post-apocalyptic mathematics. How do you weaponize a rabbit? Fusion ignition, a new way of thinking, just listen. Close enough to hear the laser beams whisper.
You see how I started it off tonight? How I talked about the history of the present king of Great Britain, or the Tut of the land, is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. the Joker Tut's half-brother, who is the money man for the dadgum Al-Qaeda and Muslim Brotherhood in the whole African area. Now, how can you understand how this is not now normal? It is not now just everything's just fine and hunky-dory and kumbaya. And now they're going to have lockdown drills, and you're going to have to cover the windows with paper, and then the children won't be allowed out of the children's Sunday school area, and the Bible study people and the little old ladies and the little old men's groups and everything that study the Bible, they'll have to lock down and drop down in their positions, and then the cops will come in with SWAT teams, and it'll just be ducky and lovely and wonderful to practice up for the clergy response team. Well, let me tell you something. They've already been submitted. They're coming for you. They got a new hotshot little Navy admiral who's a cyber warrior. And what the fact he does, he tells you he don't care. He's going to double down.
Pyramids on every planet, spacecrafts crash landed and disbanded, left in a sandpit. A Christian cross stands outside of a crater. Faint crests of moon-like shapes glows through the vapor. 21st century megaquakes, shake-ups. Mommy late for work with messed up makeup. Daddy lost his job, they might break up. He makes 25 cents a week. He makes what? The country hungry and tired. Nero is fine-tuning his liar. The empire is consumed by fire. Parliament closely monitored. School bus signs, comets hit Washington. People in church talk about God again. Tsunami, what you mean, God? I mean, watch the ocean seesaw up thousands of feet to the seafloor. Thought process froze. Think but do not disclose. Rap music don't barter no gold. All the plaques we got were fake. Just like this horse shit reality they make you think you create. Dummies amused by the sound of their own laughter. Black gold sprays from white holes in Alaska. Didn't wanna listen when they told you. Now you eating soybean tofu. The government owns you. The Antichrist approaches. Everybody holds their noses. They know death don't smell like roses. The minister was putting on his tube socks. Went downstairs in the elevator like Tupac. A foreign diplomat's toolbox is no match for the elite ruler's toolbox. Look how many rules they got. No respect, human conditional disconnect. There's nothing left, certainly less than you would dare expect. Yet perhaps maybe there's more. Crystal quartz, tuning forks. Mind control forces strangle your thoughts. My land is lost, and now I can't talk or walk. I cry out my kingdom for a horse. Operation full spectrum, I reviewed all of the metrics. I removed everything that was pleasant. Dig a hole to get over depression. Psychic methods. If it works, then why change the method? They control the entire globe. They say I don't care what you know, Earthman. Just do what you're told. Dents, nicks, cracks, splints, and other sweetest laments. The best poetry barely makes sense. They pulse races, blood all over their faces. This is craziness and nobody's coming to save us. His mortal wounds were heat treated. We were unable to stop the bleeding. Humans retreating, robots feeding. Boulder-sized rocks reeling, the earth is squealing. The dollar crashed, Wall Street didn't even feel it. Now what you gonna deal with? What you gonna eat a meal with? No tangibles, don't even think about stealing it. Purify your H2O and stop moving so slow. You already know where we gotta go. OPSEC, topside, Tony Stark bomb, let's rock slide. Twist metal, a bent up carbine. Sweet Caroline, double barrel time. They wanna beef, don't let them get past the cattle line. Wretched, dusty ass Stetson, isotope census. This is a community consensus. Boys will be boys, men with contaminated toys. The future is full of so much joy. Burgundy, maroon, John Mayer, Bluetooth, black root, your hippie bar player, soothsayer. Those within distance to hear, they don't care. God bless the praying prepper who is scared but prepared. A brand new world begins at the pole shift planet overspin. Here we go again. Modern day martyrs sing chorus out of Faroon Corpus from the pinnacle of Tyre Bale Fortress. This is your world, take it back if you want it. But you can't sit at that table without an offering. Pursed lips like Mick Jagger. A bowl of hot soup, Cracker Barrel, raisin, oatmeal, and apples. Illegal 7.62 rounds in the satchel. This is unnatural. The sentence is death if they catch you. Fuel station incineration all over the nation. Devils flying all over creation. Don't open that box, it belongs to Pan. And he will compose music for the song of man. Area 51 is off limits to the intellectually timid. Humankind really has no business. If you want to see a fight start, turn the lights off. A dark world by a tragedy of life lost.
Now, they're getting ready to preclude you from going as you please. Somebody has been talking to some contractor types, if you know what I'm saying. from the East Coast, and they're saying that society is getting to be worried that they need to go ahead and get this thing to start off and to jump it off, meaning they want the Patriots to jump off somehow or another, and that they're getting ready to do something, and that the timing, we keep hearing timings, and I do not know the exact date, hour, whatever it is, let alone when the Lord returns, but this is not that. So when people say that you don't know the exact day and hour, that is not about this kind of a thing. That's about when the Son of Man returns. That's when Jesus comes back. Whether you know it or not, or whether you even believe it or not, I don't care, because it happens to be the truth. And that there are those that I know and others know that have been inside and seen that world. And that is the core reality of what's going on.
So tonight we're going to deal with the theme, fierce times are coming. I didn't hear you say praise the Lord.
Esta es el área del jardín donde hay muchas plantas como flores, hay palos de mandarina, limón, unos bananos. Acá esto, no sé si lo conoces, aquí le llaman té de limón, no sé. Acá es donde nosotros lavamos todo lo que es la ropa, nos bañamos, acá es donde cocinamos leña comúnmente, como es costumbre en el hogar.
Acá están cocinando con leña y no con gas.
Es más barato, es más común, más fácil.
Y Sean le gusta cocinar con fuego.
I'm using a ball of fishing line as a scrubber, a bar of soap, with water from a
The
well.
Necronomicon got us starving like Ramadan, standing roadside with a piece of cardboard for Chinese yuan. Come on, isolate the subject from his friends, family, and his co-workers. Minimum wage means no purchase, no job, no purpose. Run around, praise the Lord in churches. I pray to God my old sins don't surface. First Testament, God gets jealous. Look at what he did to impress us. He stopped the world with a nuclear weapon. I beg him, please grant us 1,000 years of peace. The East visits the West visits the East. Brothers should not war with brother. Our ancestors were stubborn. They kicked the can down the road for nothing. The burden of being black and murdered, being whacked behind a curtain. But what if you didn't really deserve it? Doesn't matter. They want blood, no less, no more. We all consumed by war, a slave class, y'all. Scraps on the table, forage for more food when I am able. So much abundance, praise Azazel. You have no heart, you have no conscience. Completely immoral, God bless the godless. Mud water boots drying off by the book of Genesis. A new way of life is imminent. You ain't special, they gon' get you. I ain't talking about nobody in particular, it's hypothetical. Think critical, reticle scanned by Sentinel. Everybody left the theater sad, but it was memorable. Cross over the border to Mexico. Pepe said, yo, if I was you, I would do that slow. The Godzilla Nimrod, Tomahawk looked from the side. He screamed out he was from Brooklyn with pride. I refugee from Guantanamo Bay, but I ain't gotta go there for me to say it that way. Black rock, tungsten padlocks, landlocked, no trash box. They said it was toxic, the readers were hot. They waterboarded, most deaf woke up, couldn't go back to sleep. Blacktronica Lounge, Tanya and me, we danced around in Shantytown wearing hand-me-downs. Wow, back from the war, I drink brandy now. Whiskey sour after sundown, low crawl on the ground, got sand in my mouth, I'm in Miami now. Snapped out of it, didn't know where I was, she messed up my buzz. She don't love me, but she give me massage. And no matter how bad things turn out today, when I watch her dance, it all goes away. A golden Kazakh eagle soars over the Hajj, looking down at the crowds. It was just a mirage. The tenants in this house of cards are too big to jail behind bars. Their problems too big to solve. The body cannot be free when the mind is in prison. Ears that hear are no match for ears that listen. Eyes that see are no match for eyes that see through. Yes, I am a slave and so are you. bliss. Ignorance, weakness is a symptom of innocence. Pay your penance, go join the prisoners. Chemtrails, airborne spells, destroy your sense of smells. Die now, die later, heads or tails. Photovoltaic arrays at red dawn before that day. Exactly what I saw, I cannot say. In case you haven't noticed, I practice patience, focus, Freemason emotion. Cold, the coldest, pagans in their potions. Kidnap you under the oceans. It's hard to believe sea monsters wear clothing. Some live in the present, some live in the future. It doesn't matter cause we all live inside a computer. I was a mobile cell phone owner, wireless station controller. It didn't help my radiation exposure from the Higgs boson, fermions and protons. At this rate I will always discover more songs. Upset, bored, nothing else to do but record or spend time with the family and get ignored. No electricity of course. Now we can all sit down at the table and be a family of four. A great new attitude on life in spite of being loved only a little and even less liked. Find your ambitious side, the odds greatly stacked against my kind, but I still gotta try. I ain't hating on the rich and the famous, I just hate the way they played us. They never give us equal exchanges, no individuals are named. They allocate false blame, no change, just more of the same. They're inspired by their desires, a steady stream of water projected between a ring of fire, a pyre of fire. The devil never compromises, the leaders were wrong. Judgment comes down from the skies and fries us all. That's why they dropped the ball.
The world sees the apocalypse as a mystic, cryptic message of doom. The first 4 seals are represented by 4 riders on 4 different colored horses. Of course, much has been said and written about them.
With my battalion, rustling y'all human cattle. No saddle on the Mustangs. Has good and evil battle on. War of attrition like Athenians at Marathon. White wizard, black-hearted as Ceramon. Madder than skinhead, watching marathons of the Jeffersons. Lyrics still transformed like Megatron. I rise out the sea like Poseidon, riding Megalodon. Nigga, that's a 67-foot shark. Slap you with the good book, stab you with the bookmark. Let's play cowboys and aliens. The universe on Wild West. Mount up the posse, put on our best. Coat revolver, ivy grip, gunfight. Okay, corral this bitch. Get pop in the back of the thinker like Wild Bill Hickok. Aces and eights, place bandanas over our face. Stop training, blow safe.
Strange forces, bulletproof Porsches, immaculate bosses, disciples on pale horses, nemesis squeezing a mat from a black Pegasus. The game follow my rap lines just like a Methodist. Rose and holy grails, guns I'm blowing still. Lines I spread them like viruses through your mind, I'm ill. Contagion, biochemical spills, most real. I'm burning church, slay the Pope so he won't tell. My projects is jail cells parallel to hell. Crucifixion, iron nails in the bellies of whales. Deceased demons on the faces of all of their bills. The tongue of man kills and nations get divided. All for a conscience, a lot while your flesh rotting. My ambiance like Ponce de Leon's where the high conscience holding llamas under both armpits. Screaming jihad, riding shotgun with holy prophets. I invade upon, yeah, I've been at dawn. Never sell out like Robert Johnson and Viacom. Lines of firearms held by millions of doms. Destroying conquer, wash niggas up, gang is gone. Moving up and moving west. Get out of fun any rest. Everywhere I go, I'm gone. Right on. Moving on, this is the test. Get out of fun any less. Everywhere I go, I'm gone. Right on.
Look, rhymes to riddle fools. Metaphysical, I promise. I rock rhymes like Nostradamus. I hit earth like Halley's Comet.
just read your speedometer. My bitch is Andromeda. I go about 1,000,000 miles per second. I'm protected, I'm respected, I'm a veteran. I came out the war and didn't have to walk on all fours a hog, even though I'm a dog with gold paws. Look, Caesar bread, but I won't die by the hands of my friends. I'm impenetrable. You can put your hands on the sun and get scorched. I'm the one. They call Gotti the source. Grimlock. Now watch me transform Megatron. I'm the dime, Optimus Prime rhyme that pierce your soul, second to none. My footprints are on granite. I change gravity and reverse it, and change the whole pace of the planet. You's a buster, I can't stand it. Look. And next time I see you, yo, I'ma make sure with the fall put you on the flow, my nigga.
Moving up and moving west, cannot afford any rest. Everywhere I go, I'm going right on. Moving on, this is the test. Cannot afford any less. Everywhere I go, I'm going right on.
Dead cat bounce right on top of your house. Evacuate, everybody get out. Sigourney Weaver got a naughty beaver in the cabin with a Labrador retriever and 4 horse breeders. I smell puss creeping through the bush with Bigfoot. 0600, take a quick look. The war profiteer selling poison water and bottled air. Sit at the table, say a proper prayer. Bullet dry Suarez, helio squawk transponding. Good morning to the horsemen, abduct the hip hop artists. We just recycle a carbon, make them brush their teeth with IG farbin. Kick ass part 4 while you crying with your ethnic bias. You motherfuckers should have been a hairstylist. Foul tongue, mouth say song, staff coach you young. My fight weight, about half a ton. The newborn cut its way out of the womb with 2 horns, still sucking titty on a futon. Gentlemen, my minions number the 1 centillion. The riot gear centurion.
Moving up and moving west, cannot afford any rest. Everywhere I go, I'm going right on. Moving on, this is the test. Cannot afford any less. Everywhere I go, I'm going right on.
The death horse, Pale Rider, hell follows, shells are hollow. El Fire, El Diablo, my horse down on hind legs as if it was boxing. Your neck to my fine blade, I spit like I'm chopping. 9 ways, shout outs to Stockton. Crime pays, my face in the stocking. A safe I can pop in and a lake to be dropped in. What I say is toxin, taking your oxygen. I'm an ox within, my octaves is catastrophic optic lens. Can't see me using proper wind within my lungs, over my tongue, the mic, I cock my lens. You comprehend the prophets to sin, come back to life, get shot again. My lasso is made of black crows, I twirl them like a Merlin. We don't want the flesh, we attack souls, gas blow.
Moving up and moving west, cannot afford any rest. Everywhere I go, I'm going right on. Moving on, this is the test. Cannot afford any less. Everywhere I go, I'm going right on. Moving up and moving west, cannot afford any rest. Everywhere I go, I'm going right on. Moving on, this is the test. Cannot afford any less. Everywhere I go, I'm going right on.
I wanna see humankind rise. I wanna see it with my own eyes. I wanna see racism stop. I want aliens to listen to hip hop. I wanna see humankind rise. I wanna see it with my own eyes. I wanna see racism stop. I want aliens to listen listen to hip-hop. Who the fuck ordered the double shot dose of slaughter? Chariots in the skyline source beneath the water. Speed of sound, speed it up, slow it down. Your mama call me Capitano Obama. Complex band body, I'ma leave you in a Nasarima coma. With a joke, guillotine, cause I'm the sons of bitches savage. Onyx black soldiers, Can 51 and complex. The name chose Falcon and the Snowman. Designed to customize encrypted program. We go ham, peace bro ham. Stubborn old man, lock and load both hands. Lick shots to my gumbo. Blam, blam, blam. You got soulless jam. We can overthrow any planet control man. Authorized, leave the universal mind tongue tied. The real surprise waits on the other side of the rhymes, uncontrived and alive. Rip the robot is now online. He is one of a kind till the end of time. I wanna see humankind rise. I wanna see it with my own eyes. I wanna see racism stop. I want aliens to listen to hip hop. I wanna see humankind rise. I wanna see it with my own eyes. I wanna see racism stop. I want aliens to listen to hip hop. And 50 train in the misty rain. Keeping neurotransmitters warm on a cold day. Nutrition for the whole brain for some entertainment. So they say X-ray vision. True beluga whale. Brain living for lyric, layer for layer, prayer for prayer. My purification process is great in a cloud chamber. Guilty smiling inspiration for every living derivative of human nature. Dissertation written with laser. Can 51 Commander Complex hell wrapped around your necks doing weight room sex. Chinese chess. I spit a mix at him like the mirage of night. I only gotta say it once. Let there be light. I'll attack you twice. Rebels to fight corporate devils. Prepare my river sacrifice for my ritual rites. The melaninite battles at night on satellite. Life is light. Tell me, yo, how can I not be nice? And 50 rise. I wanna see it with my own eyes. I wanna see racism stop. I want aliens to listen to hip hop. I wanna see humankind rise. I wanna see it with my own eyes. I wanna see racism stop. I want aliens to listen to hip hop. And 50 get busy in the booth. Fuck you. Two-man crews. We ride modified sea-doos. The psychic, hypersensitive seafood. Says the veil's too thick for human beings to see. Tweaking off crystal. Our X-game snowball flip you. Read your thoughts like an NSA paralegal. We ask the keys to technology on sale for 7 figures. Frozen in a cryo freezer. Lethally elite. And 51 minutes remaining. Complex invaders. Swift signature message. Mixers, fuck you. Pay them. Too overqualified to fake. No complaining. Only training. Tell me what's the point in waiting so there's no escaping. Rap music, you love it, they save it. Admit it, you can't derail a hip-hop favorite. I crawled out of a meteorite crater. 2 black hats over 50 acres. Pacing back and forth like a batshit crazy. Vlad the Impaler. I wanna see humankind rise. I wanna see it with my own eyes. I wanna see racism stop. I want aliens to listen to hip-hop. I wanna see humankind rise. I wanna see it with my own eyes. I wanna see racism stop. I want aliens to listen to hip-hop.
There it is. You just heard it from Uncle Sam. I'm William Wagner here with Betty Powers and the genuine
Rick the Jacker
of the United States of America telling you to get rid of Bush, as I'm telling you the same thing. We need to get rid of the Democrats too. Thanks for watching this show because we need you. See you next week as we go to freedom.
How long can they keep America distracted? When will the world dump the dollar in a trash bin? It was good while it lasted, but now we've been lambasted. What do you think life will be like for your grandkids? A local watchman climbed up the wall. A United Nations sniper plucked them off. He said if I should die before I wake, cremate my remains and send them to deep space. Creative overdrive, completely overloaded with rhymes. This is what we were supposed to design. Prometheus, Proteus, Prime, frontal lobes plus both sides. Golden spindles spiral over the spine. He spent the lion's share of his life promoting skills. A wise man once said the sun don't chill. Ask your boss why the HEPA filter got switched off. The press release said it has something to do with the cost. From riches to rags, every scumbag is mad. We mad cause we all got empty lunch bags. The deck is clean, the cables are green. The wind speed is 30 knots over the sea. target and air superiority. My law, space bags, ammo and armory. Take to the sky like a falcon. Look at you grounded. The mind's eye can move a mountain. The ground beneath your feet is skidding sideways. Domingo said we got 365 days. Family, country, God, respect.
Give me liberty or give me death.